Hello, I'm Jeff Cummings, Director of the Cleveland Clinic Ruvo Center for Brain Health. At the Center for Brain Health, we take care of patients with Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, and multiple sclerosis. We conduct research and perform clinical trials to try to find new treatments for patients with these brain diseases. A critical aspect of our care is to work with caregivers. This series of videos introduces you to aspects of caregiving, including how to take care of yourself.
It may be the most challenging role you'll ever have, and the most heartbreaking. How can you ever feel prepared to care for a loved one with Alzheimer's disease?
It's a hard job. It's frustrating at times, it's overwhelming at times.
The caregiver can experience an emotional roller coaster that spans everything from anxiety to guilt, fear, and worry. Grief and loss are often experienced by caregivers. Who is this person and what has happened to my parent, spouse, or loved one? Anger, denial, and sadness are all normal feelings.
Alzheimer's can be confusing and unpredictable, not only for the person diagnosed, but also for the caregiver. It's important that the caregiver learn as much as possible about the disease and the symptoms their loved one is experiencing. This knowledge is essential in helping the caregiver learn a new set of skills and to develop a broad range of coping strategies.
It's very important to learn all you can about the disease and to do all you can for your loved one. I really feel that helps in making the right decisions for both of you.
Alzheimer's disease affects a person's ability to remember, think logically, communicate, and over time, care for their basic needs. Over the course of the disease, it is the caregiver who must change, adapt, and adjust. There are some basic guiding principles to remember. Never argue with your loved one. Their perceptions and beliefs, whether based in fact or not, are real to them. Arguing is rarely helpful and can lead to increased agitation and confusion. Understand that your loved one's ability to use logic and reason may no longer exist, so new communication strategies are needed. This is when the idea of therapeutic lying can come in handy.
Therapeutic lying is telling what I always refer to as a little white lie. It's said in order to calm someone, to relax someone, to take the worry from someone.
Try not to take things personally. Your loved one may say things that are mean or hurtful. They may seem to do things deliberately to upset you. Remind yourself that this is because of their disease. Each individual's journey is unique. Everyone experiences the symptoms of Alzheimer's differently, and each caregiver uses their own strengths, experiences, and resources to support their loved one and themselves.
Adjusting to the role of caregiver is a process. There's a lot to learn, and sometimes you will make mistakes. However, there are a few steps that can be helpful to all caregivers. Talk with a professional, such as a certified elder law attorney, to discuss important documents and decisions to care for your loved one. Find out about services and programs in your community by talking with your doctor, a social worker, or local area agency on aging, and create a plan to be used in emergency situations.
No matter where you are in your journey, you're going to have good days and bad days, and it can be overwhelming at times.
As a caregiver, it is vital to develop a strong support system to help you cope with your loved one's diagnosis. There are many options for support: family, friends, neighbors, physicians, clergy, and community service providers. There are support groups with other caregivers who have similar experiences and can share in your emotions. Sometimes it's even helpful to see a counselor who can help you adjust to your role as a caregiver and learn new ways to cope.
As a caregiver, you need to take care of yourself as well as your loved one. Otherwise, this disease can take a toll on both of you. No one can do everything all by themselves, especially as the symptoms progress. That's why having a support system is so important.
But you've got to take care of yourself somehow, somewhere. Find help, because caregivers can go first before the ones they're caring for if they don't take care of themselves.
It was hard to ask for help because I had never really done it before. I was pretty set in my ways of doing things and our life together. But then I realized that I couldn't cope as well as I should and could cope if I didn't get some help.
Caregivers often feel guilty about asking for help, but caregiving is not an easy task. Everyone needs a break from the responsibilities of caring for another person.
When people ask if they can help, take them up on it. Have them drop off a meal or pick up a prescription at the drugstore. Getting a friend to stay with your loved one for a couple of hours can give you a break to do errands, take a walk, or spend time socializing with friends. Don't wait until you feel like it's an emergency. Your support network should be used to provide respite before you reach the breaking point.
It's also important to assess the needs of your loved one as the disease progresses. Be aware of the warning signs that could indicate a higher level of care, such as in-home help, adult daycare, or placement in a memory care facility is needed. Consider, are you physically able to handle the demands of daily care, such as bathing and lifting? Is your loved one experiencing behavioral symptoms such as aggression or wandering, causing their safety and yours to be at risk? Are you able to get the sleep, exercise, and nutrition you need to stay physically and emotionally healthy?
In my work at the Ruvo Center for Brain Health, I have witnessed caregivers sharing essential wisdom with each other. They say, you have to take care of your own needs too. Find some balance in your life. Don't feel guilty about taking time for yourself. It will make you a better and happier caregiver. Ask for and accept help for yourself and your loved one.
Well, you have to take care of yourself. You have to go to the gym, you have to eat right, because if I'm not healthy, then I am in no position to be the caregiver for her. And my responsibility is bigger because I'm taking care of her. Her nutrition is dependent on me. So when I prepare meals, I'm preparing for both of us. But you do have to take care of yourself, you really do.
Caring for a loved one with Alzheimer's disease is filled with challenges and struggles. It's also an act of love, filled with special moments, opportunities to build a special bond with a loved one, or fulfill the obligations of family.